Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Mystic's Heart. Welcome to a beautiful Tuesday. And here I am with Gabriel James. Oh my goodness, he knew that I was going to be doing the show this morning. And, sometimes he just likes to ham it up a little bit. So Gabriel is also saying good morning to everybody. And it's a gorgeous day here in the Enchanted Forest. We're back in the saddle and happy about it. So here we are. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Now that he got to say hello, he's a happy camper. So here in the studio, it's good to be back. Oh my goodness, what an exciting summer it is. Thank you all for joining me this morning. And it's good to, well, I've missed you too. Good morning. Hey, Angie, it's great to be back. I'm so happy. For those of you that feel so inclined to like and to share, that would be fantastic. And here we are. Oh, I just am strolling down through here. Oh my goodness. He is cute, that little boy of mine, Gabriel. We're getting used to life in the studio without Merlin. Merlin passed away about 5 weeks ago. And so we're just learning to live a little bit differently without the little man here. And I just wanted to say right now, Dr. Bunn, who is my equine vet, a magnificent equine doctor, is with my Tussie, Lectus, and she is undergoing a chemotherapy treatment right now as we speak. And so if all of you during the course of the show today would hold Lectus or Tussie in your heart and in your healing prayers, I would greatly appreciate it. This is her third round of chemotherapy, and Dr. Bunn, he cannot get over how well the chemotherapy treatments are going and how well she is doing. And of course, Elise and I know, and we do share with Dr. Bunn, that all of you are also keeping Tussie in your healing thoughts and prayers. And that is why she's doing so well. And so far able to keep her eyeball and able to withstand all of the chemotherapy treatments. So thank you all for keeping my eldest horse baby in your thoughts and prayers. Good morning. Oh, thank you for that. Todd is cute, I have to say. Yes, my husband Todd, he is a cutie patootie. That's where the trouble all began. Oh my, and that's a whole other show, isn't it? Okay. Oh, thank you for that, Robin. All right, Cindy Lynn, let's just get going with all this stuff. First of all, I'm going to pull a card for everybody. We've been apart for far too long. And the card that I have pulled for everybody is the Sasquatch card, the teaching of the Sasquatch. So what is the teaching of the Sasquatch? The Sasquatch teaches us to walk gently upon Grandmother Earth, to walk steadily and to walk gently, taking only that which we need, and leaving good footprints upon Grandmother. As most of you know, I was in ceremonies for, it seems like a good part of July, because sometimes I feel like I'm still in the ceremonies. And a lot of the elders out on the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation, my family members there, and the elders talked about the fact that we are coming into a time of needing to walk gently with ourselves, with one another, upon Grandmother Earth, and to get along, to just get along, and to see our connections to one another, not our differences, and to go from that place of understanding. Sasquatch teaches us to walk gently like that. Walk gently. Be mindful of your speech to yourself and to others. All those good things. All right, Cindy Lynn. This one is for you. And it is the teaching of the salmon. The salmon. I love that. My challenges become my triumphs. When I face my fears and overcome them, I grow in understanding. Yeah, I love the teaching of the salmon, because the salmon says, so how are you looking at the situation? How are you looking at the situation? Are you going to walk through the dark night of the soul, or are you going to flop down and lay there, right? And look around. I often talk about that time that I went surfing a couple of years ago on Maui. There I was surfing, having a great old time surfing, and caught a big one, as they say, and decided that I was going to roll right into the rocks. And I did. I crashed right into the rocks. See, that's what you think when you're all that in a bag of chips, right? No, the universe corrects that really, really quickly. So there I was looking up at Ipo, who happens to be a Hawaiian huna. He was out there surfing with me. And there I was looking at him up through the water, laying in the rocks. My hind end hurt like you know what. And he looked at me and he said, "Are you going to get up or are you going to lay there like a flounder and surf with me some more?" Well, there was a part of me, frankly, that wanted to lay there like a flounder looking up at him through the water. But I also knew exactly what he was telling me. So I got up out of the rock, stood up, and he said, "Look, just in time, there's a double set." So there were a double set of waves coming in. And yeah. So I went back out, surfed the double set, and managed to not fall into the rock. So I got back on the bicycle. Anyway, the whole message for you, Cindy Lynn, is the fact that you become a very strong woman every time you walk through your trials and fires and circumstances in life. And this is how we grow in understanding of ourselves. And I believe that the things that happen to us don't just happen to us, they happen for us so that we can help others. So by now you're a really helpful woman, right? So they're triumphs for you, baby. They're triumphs because you've made it. You've come a long way and you're still going. And I hope that you come here in November. I hope I get to meet you face to face. Yeah, keep on keeping on, Cindy Lynn. All right, Michael. Michael. It's the Firebird. One of my personal favorites, the Firebird. The Firebird says, "I am eternal. I am not afraid. I am alive." This is about fearing nothing, yet respecting everything. It's not about, just jumping off the cliff and hoping for the best, because that usually doesn't go very well. But the Firebird says you are eternal. What are you fearing? Go for it. What are your dreams? What are your ambitions? What is it that you'd like to create in this lifetime? Firebird says go for it. No more waffling on the fence. If there's one thing about anybody who knows me, they know how I feel about people who waffle, who sit on the fence. A little over here, a little over there. So no more sitting on the fence. Go for it, Michael. All right, Jacqueline Coster. Jacqueline, this one is for you. Oh, and by the way, everybody, David Fix and I have got a couple of really cool things coming out this fall and winter. One of them deals with the Mystic Angels and the expansion of the Mystic Angels deck. But we're expanding it in such a way that it's never been done before. So I have to keep it double top secret. And let me just say, it's pretty amazing. So I think that we're the first in the industry to create what it is that's being created at the Mystic's Heart. And I'm really excited about that. So that should be unveiled this winter. And the one thing that I can talk about is the fact that we will be releasing late this autumn our next children's book, Fairies in the Enchanted Forest. That's the next book in the series of children's books. The first one, of course, Angels All Around Us. We're very, very excited about that. And the Mystic's Heart Publishing is also very excited and honored to be publishing Carl Franklin's first book, all about the ascension process and Nibiru. So we got a lot of cool things going on at the Mystic's Heart and the Temple Within. Okay. All right, Jacqueline, the Archangel Ariel. Ariel says this: you need to get outside and play with nature. Get outside. You are being called to hug a tree, roll around in the grass, do whatever that is that you need to do. but get outside. Grandmother Earth is calling you, Jacqueline. So if you have been spending far too much time in the house, Ariel is saying, get your butt outdoors. Grandmother has a lot to say to you. Isn't that great? That reminds me, hey, Tracy Civic has a brand new book out with Mervyn Kelly, all about crystals. Trace, if you would do me a favor, please, and post somewhere in our stream about where people can get the book on crystals. Mervyn and Tracy will be here at the School of Sacred Studies next weekend to teach Intro to Crystals and Stones. And those that are attending the class will receive a copy of the book as a gift from Mervyn and Tracy. But for those of you that would like to have a copy, Tracy's going to post that, aren't you, Trace? Okay. She got poison ivy. Oh, goodness. Okay. So poison ivy, let's just talk about that for a moment. Poison ivy is known as a warrior plant. It's a warrior plant. It's very protective. Here in the Enchanted Forest, Todd and I always pay attention to where the poison ivy is growing, because the poison ivy will naturally tell us where we need to put up safer boundaries, where maybe we need to do a little more energy work to protect sacred space. So the poison ivy is also letting you know, Jacqueline, boundaries, good boundaries, very good boundaries at this time. Also, the ivy is gifting you with its medicine. When I was in Hamblecha last month on my vision quest, I apparently became food. I became a whole buffet, let's just say it, for Grandmother Spider. And that was interesting. So I believe that she was probably a Grandma Wolf Spider that joined me on my Hamblecha and decided to gift me with her medicine. Some would say that it was poison. I look at it as medicine. So you are being strengthened by the warrior plant, Jacqueline. Yep, there are always two ways to look at things. All right. Tracy Civic, this one is for you, Tracy. Okay, not surprising. The Archangel Michael. Tracy Civic. Michael, I celebrate the lessons that I have learned in my life, and I rejoice in what they have taught me. Michael is walking with you, strengthening you, bolstering you. Interesting that bolstering, how often do you hear that word, is bolstering you at this time. Also here to help you cut cords, whatever those may be at this time. Tracy, yeah. Hey, Willow. All right. Hey, Meg. Meganutto also has a brand new show. Meg, will you please post on here your brand new Friday morning show? Poppins and Meg, please post where people can get a hold of your page, your show page here on Facebook. Tuesday mornings are still all about sharing, everybody. It's all about sharing. It's about community here. All right. Margaret Spooner. Margaret. Okay, I guess we're on kind of a theme here. Meg or Margaret Spooner. It's all about the Wolverine. Wolverine is a very potent totem animal. It's a very potent totem animal. And the Wolverine teaches us to walk the path of a peaceful warrior. You know, we can choose our battles. And sometimes we choose a battle when, in fact, had we not chosen to take that battle, we could have won the war. So this is acknowledging you as a peaceful warrior and reminding you to choose your battles. Choose your battles, even your own battles within yourself. Choose what you're going to think about. Choose what you're going to ponder. And sometimes we just need to step back, watch, and love from afar. That's what the Wolverine teaches us. Peaceful warrior. Yeah. Oh, good. Okay, Meg, good. Yes, and Willow. In fact, Willow is in the stream. It's a wonderful Friday show. Love, love. Love, 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 love. And yes, happy birthday, Star. Happy birthday. And happy birthday to Nikki Jorgensen. Her birthday was last Thursday. Happy birthday, ladies. All right. Okay. Hey, Julie Fortino. For those of you that would like to share, please do. Hey, Patty. It's lovely to see you, too. I can feel you. I can't really see you. Okay, here's where you get Tracy and Mervin's book, Crystals, Introduction to Crystals and Working with Them. There you go, everybody. Go for it. Robin McCarty, this one is for you, my love. The Archangel Asmodel. Asmodel is the angel of Taurus, the sign of Taurus. Asmodel says, all things happen in divine timing. I live in the present moment. I live in the present moment. It's about being in the now. It's about being in the now. When Asmodel shows up, Asmodel says, you're on the right path. You're on the right path. Keep going. One leap of faith, one step at a time. Just keep going, Robin. Be steadfast. Be steadfast. Because, you know, when we're being steadfast, that's usually when the winds of change or the winds of gossip or dissonance appear. Stay on your path, Robin. Just stay the course. Stay the course. All right. Margaret Marchwinsky. This one is for you. I love Tuesday mornings. I'm glad we're together. And, you know, summer is a really busy time between ceremonies and horses and all of the things that go on in our life, right? Oh, my goodness. So it's good to be here. Margaret, Uriel. I forgive myself and others by forever giving love. I love my perfect imperfection. Uriel helps us to come to understand things. I don't believe that forgiveness is real unless you have come to an understanding. Otherwise, it's lip service in my mind. When we can come to understand on some level why something has happened, why we acted the way that we did, why someone else acted the way that they did, why it all happened. In the moment that we have understanding, and sometimes understanding takes a while. It can take a while. Uriel helps us to understand so that we can move forward. Uriel is the angel of the sun, very much present in the sun dance arena, right? Even though probably the elders wouldn't say that the Archangel Uriel was with us in the sun dance, but Uriel is the one who shines like the sun, S-U-N, bringing clarity, bringing understanding so that we can move forward in a good way. So it's about understanding and really cutting yourself some slack. Whatever you got going on where you need to cut yourself some slack, cut yourself some slack and let it be. Let it be. Yeah, there is a theme this morning, isn't there? You're right about that, Cindy Lynn. Hey, Jagger, it's her birthday too. Good to see you, Mary Ellen. Oh my goodness. Good morning, Rochelle. All right. Elise Miller. This one is for you. Interesting. I had a client last Friday from Boulder, Colorado. You see, you never know where your work is going to stretch. A young man came to see me and he said, you know, in Boulder, we have a lot of people that are artisans that, you know, have their art on the streets and people do readings and perform as artists on the streets. And he said, I was walking by this gentleman who was doing oracle card readings and he was using your deck. And he said, I looked down and there was your box of totem cards and there was your face on the back. And he said, I know that lady. And I said, well, then what happened? Well, he pulled the eagle card, the eagle Wombly. And it made me pause for a moment to think about the integrity of our work and having integrity in our work, or it don't work, right? Having integrity in our work, the eagle way. All right, Elise, it's the Swan Maiden. You are divinely protected. The Swan Maiden is often associated with the Valkyrie Shield Maiden. The Valkyrie Shield Maiden. That could be a whole show in and of itself, the Valkyries in Valhalla, divinely protected. But what the Swan Maiden reminds us of is the fact that, yeah, we have walked through some hard battles. There isn't anybody watching this show, listening to this show on Spreaker, YouTube, all of you who hasn't walked through some rough patches. If you haven't walked through any rough patches, wow. But for those that have walked through rough patches, the Swan Maiden reminds us, kind of where we began in the beginning with all of this, that every experience of our lives can be a gift for our life, or it can become a permanent wound in our life. The Valkyrie Shield Maiden says, rise above it. You've come a long way. You've got a lot more to go. In good ways. I'm not saying walking through the sludge and the mud. You've come a long way, and the universe, your friends, those that love you, get to enjoy you for a lot longer. So keep on moving. You are divinely protected. Sometimes we wonder, well, where did my angels go in that moment? Well, sometimes our angels get to love us from the sidelines, like a coach. You are divinely guided and protected. Hey, Trisha. Well, hello to you in the UK. You are welcome. I love the UK. One of my favorite places on the planet is the UK. All right, here we go. Meg. This is her new show with Willow. Poppins and Meg. Isn't that a great title for a show? It just makes you want to tune in. Absolutely it does. So there you have it. Check it out. All right, we're going to keep on rolling. Angie Town. Hey, Angie. Hello to Bruce. All right. Oh, and by the way, Sandy Herrick has a brand new website, sandraherrick.com. It's a beauty. All right. Angie. It's the teaching of the Wakian Oyate. It's the teaching of the Wakian Oyate, the Thunder Nation. The Thunder Nation, in this case, is saying to you, stay on your path. Despite any winds of opposition, self-doubt, or the temptation to give up, it is important for you, Angie Town, to stay the course, to stay on the path. The Wakian Oyate, the Thunder Nation, keeps a very close eye. It was interesting as the day that I went into my Hamblecha, my vision quest last month, everybody who was flying in, my husband Todd, Sandra Herrick, they were stopped by lightning and thunder. And when they finally arrived, it was still thunder and lightning. And there was Lily driving to the airport to pick up Sandy Herrick, right? I was already on the hill, as they say. But the thunder and the lightning, and the thunder and the lightning on the way home, many blessings. The thunderers and the lightning people say, stay on your path. And remember, staying on our path isn't always easy. Sandy and I are going to talk about this on our show tomorrow, Unscripted, which is our internet radio show. Staying on the path, the Wakian or the Thunder Nation reminds us that sometimes staying on the path is not easy. The thunderers show up. The thunderers show up, and sometimes everything is rendered down to nothing, right? We are left bare so that regrowth can occur. And sometimes that happens in our emotions, in our mind, right? All around us. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Wakiam. And it was interesting because the man that put me on the hill, that's just a term for a vision quest, on the hill into the 4-day ceremony, Ivan Looking Horse. My name, my Indian name is Wakian Towi, Blue Thunder Woman. And he called me Wakian Towi, but in this case, going into Homlecha, he referred to me as Blue Lightning Woman. Because when we go into ceremony, when we're walking our path, we're really walking our path. And we come to stages along the path, Angie. There are certain times when we are never, ever the same after coming through them. I got a note last night from Amantha Murphy. And we were talking about the vision quest, the Humlecha. And she said, I'm certain that you're not the same person after going through that ceremony. And that's true. Walking our path, we're not supposed to be the same. If anybody's still the same as they were in 1981, the year I graduated from high school, you know, we all have people, our classmates, that are a case of arrested development. Well, I don't think we're supposed to be a case of arrested development. And that means that the path sometimes gets twisty-turny, topsy-turvy, doesn't it? Yeah. All right. Holly Hagan. Advakiel. I love Advakiel. Advakiel, the angel of optimism. Advakiel says, remember that for every sunset, there's always a sunrise. That for every storm comes a sunny day. This is a reminder to embrace every moment of our lives. We are on a theme today, aren't we? Walking steadfast, knowing that after the dark night of the soul comes the light of a brand new day. Comes the light of a brand new day and a brand new us. Sometimes we have to go into the darkness to really see who we are. Boy, there were a couple of things that I went through up on that hill ceremony. The Homlecha. Wow. That I hadn't seen about me. Interesting. So sometimes we have to get really quiet. Really quiet. But always, always, we come through the storm. Always. Some people like to stay in the storm. And then, I have, oops, sorry, card just dropped. This is Jagger's card. Sorry, Mary Ellen. Mary Ellen, Jagger. This one is for you. It comes from the mysteries of ancient Egypt. Love that. Heralds out of my Egyptian roots. I like to be able to say that now. It's kind of a cool thing. Okay, Ptah is an amazing deity out of the Egyptian pantheon. Talks to us about the power of the spoken words. And I'm going to read this. Our thoughts, when verbalized in words, carry great power to uplift or destroy. Our thoughts, when expressed within, carry great power to empower or tear down. As above, so below, as within, so without. This is a reminder to you, Mary Ellen, about the way that you talk to yourself. Your inner dialogue, the way that you reflect, the way that you reflect on the experiences of your life. Be kind, be gentle. Call in Uriel, right, to help with understanding. This is a card of gentleness. I choose my words wisely, carefully crafting my world within and without. My good friend David Sturkin. I love Cad. Every day he and I text back and forth. I'm like, aren't you supposed to be working at the Children's Hospital? But every day, David and I are texting back and forth. And one day he said to me, he was raised by a Baptist minister. He said, why did you call your new book Prayers and Incantations? I said, I know, isn't that word kind of spooky, incantations? I love that until you break it down and you realize what we're really talking about here. But, you know, those of us that were raised Catholic, we're used to cantatas, incantata, incantations, chanting, Gregorian, all those fun, kind of spooky things for other people. Let's just face it, right, Meg? You know what I'm talking about. And you know too, Mary Ellen, right? So how are we using our words even when we pray? When we're singing, what are we singing? Being mindful, consciously aware. Okay, Willow, she says, I used to hate to fear being quiet, and now they've become fantastic friends. Oh, yeah. There's much to be said and much to be heard in the silence. Willow. Oh, my. Anubis. Anubis, also known as the Egyptian wolf. Oh my, I'm just going to read this to you, Willow. From his home in Sirius, the son of Nephthys, guardian of the scales, guides seekers through the shadows of initiation, past the threshold of death, and delivers them safely to a state of higher wisdom. Anubis, referred to by many as the Egyptian wolf, escorts the mystery school initiate through the cavernous temples and corridors within the great halls of Amenti, where all that no longer serves the student must be laid to rest, so that admittance into the upper schools of knowledge will be attained. Willow, you have reached a time of transition and magnificent growth. Remember that while you are not of this earth, you are here for a short time to learn and to fully realize your true nature. Love that. Relax, let go, trust, and ascend. I love that Anubis card. Gives me shivers. Oh, good, Jagger. I miss you here in Michigan. I wish you'd stop by at least once in a while. Just saying. Rob, this one is for you. It is the teaching of the Lamassu. The Lamassu teaching, of course, comes to us from Mesopotamia. Old, those of you that are interested in the Anunnaki, right? Mesopotamia. The Lamassu teaches us healthy boundaries are essential. Healthy boundaries in our mental, emotional, spiritual, physical worlds are essential. And for you, apparently at this time, Rob, the boundaries need to be taken a look at and fortified where needed at this time. At this time. Okay, Kathy Skirmerhorn. Kathy. Kathy, it's the Kokopelli. I love the teaching of Kokopelli. My sister Della does not. Kokopelli kind of worries her. I'm not really sure why. We talked about it a little bit. But Kokopelli is a potent spirit. Potent spirit. Yeah. Kokopelli says this is a fertile time in your life, Kathy Skirmerhorn. This is a time of abundance. Be open and willing to receive. And don't forget to say thank you, but I know that you say thank you. So, Kathy, enjoy the abundance. You are in a pattern. You are in a cycle of magnificent abundance. Awesome. Lady Hawk, Catherine Lady Hawk Harrison from the great state of Texas. You have drawn, my love, The hippocamp, the seahorse. The seahorse legend comes to us from Greece. It's Greek. The hippocamp says this, Lady Hawk, honey, go with the flow. Go with the flow. Ride the tide. This is not a time to rattle cages, not a time to be harsh. There are times in our lives where we just need to ride the tide and see it through. And this is what you are being asked to do. Go with the flow, ride the tide. Love it. Okay, birthday girl star. This one is for you. Oh, it's a birthday blessing from Tesawi. Tesawi, the white buffalo calf woman. I love my sister Della because she's a linguist. She speaks many languages, but of course Lakota is her first language. And Tesawi, she helped me with that spelling because I wasn't spelling it correctly. She said there is no pure white buffalo. She's not a pure white buffalo. No, she's a little off-white. And I love that teaching in and of itself because, Star, sometimes we try so hard for perfection. And Tesawi says it isn't about perfection. It's about loving. It's about loving. It's about giving and receiving in equal measure. You are one of the most giving people that I've met. It's about loving, giving, and receiving. Do you hear that, Tracy Civic? Giving and receiving. And I would say to you, Star, I am going to say to you, I would go into meditation or contemplation sometime today's ceremony and invite the white buffalo calf woman to be present to speak to you in your thoughts, in your inner world. There we go. All right. Hey, Pamela. It's good to see you. Oh, Lady Hawk, I cannot wait to see you in November. Could it be November already? That is how happy I am to be seeing you. Tracy's laughing. Yeah. Okay, just making sure. Tracy, giving and receiving. You're another giver. Megan Nutto, this one is for you. Oh, also from Egypt, Cleopatra. The teaching of Cleopatra. Cleopatra was an amazing leader, an astounding leader, head of state. She spoke 9 different languages. Isn't that amazing? A lot of people don't know about that. But she did. She spoke 9 different languages. This past spring, I was able to visit her home on the island right off of Mykonos. And the ruins of her home there on the island were extremely potent. Very potent, even in the remnants of Cleopatra's home. But Cleopatra, when she comes in this form, this daily mantra for you, Meg, here it is. I'm just going to read it. I stand firm in allowing only life-giving people and situations into my life. I allow only life-giving people and situations into my life. What's in November is the ministerial ordinations for all of the ministers that will be ordained through the Sacred Cup School of Divinity, universalist ministers. So Meg, there you go. And it's okay when we decide that we want only life-giving, life-affirming people in our lives. That's okay. We're allowed to decide that, and we're allowed to enjoy that. So it's just a reminder. What are we allowing? And it's okay to say, no, I don't want any of that. Thank you very much. I already have one vacuum cleaner. I don't need another sucking the life out of me. Okay? The Hoover people in our lives. Oh, Lordy. Pamela, this one is for you. Pamela Urbanski, Shunkmani Tutonka, Oyate, the Wolf Nation. The wolf represents the protector of children, the teacher. The teacher. Pamela, this is asking you, Wolf is asking you to step into your role and recognize that every moment of your life, you are teaching. You are a teacher. You may not think of yourself as a teacher, but Pamela, you are. People look at you as a mentor. So it's time to step into that role more fully as a mentor, as a teacher. Universe is saying, people look up to you. People listen to you, Pamela. What are you teaching? Teach the children well. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, right? Teach the parents well. I love Crosby, Stills. This morning before my show, actually, I had some Creedence Clearwater Revival cranked up downstairs. Yep. No Anya for me this morning. CCR, baby. Julie Fortino. Julie Fortino. Oh, I like this one for you, Jules. Jules. It's the Archangel Asariel. I'm going to read this to you, Julie. I love you, by the way. Every moment of my life has made me the beautiful light that I have become. Every moment. That doesn't mean these ones did and those ones didn't. No. Every moment of my life has made me the beautiful light that I have become. I want you to repeat that to yourself today. You are a beautiful light. You are a leader. And it is not easy to lead. And you're a little force to be reckoned with. Let's just say that right there too, in a good way. You are a beautiful light. Every moment of your life has brought you to this place. Own it. Own it. Love it. Hey, Nikki Jorgensen. Hey, oh my goodness. Katie did. My niece, Katie. I love her. That's right, Julie. The good, the bad, and the ugly, baby. It's made you the beautiful light that you are. So you know what? Walk gently with yourself, Jules. Go gently on your mind and in your heart, right? You hold yourself to a really high standard. Go gently. Be gentle. All right, Katie. I just love Katie. Bobcat, for reals, down there in the land of the Crimson Tide. Hey, Bobcat. This Georgia Bulldog will let you in the house anyway, just because you're a great guy. It's good to have you. My Gabriel, he wears a Georgia Bulldog collar. Yeah. Bobcat. That's great to have you here. All right, Nikki, birthday girl. We got a lot of birthday girls. Hey, Audra. All right, Nikki. Here we go. Let's just like shuffle it up. It's a fire dragon from Great Britain. Love Great Britain. Well, I just love all of the UK. I'm just going to say it like that. I just do. Fire Dragon says, welcome to the mystery school. I welcome the loving growth of my soul. So what does this mean? Welcome to the mystery school. Well, earlier I was talking to Willow about Anubis. Anubis. And the fact that whenever we reach the next step of anything in our lives, whether it's a college degree or whether it is mystery school teachings, whatever it is in our lives, let's just say it this way. Sometimes we have to burn away the old, and sometimes it's old thought forms, it's old belief systems. It's like burning away the old crap-a-diddle, right? Getting rid of it. And sometimes the burning away of it is just kind of easy. It's like switching your thoughts, and sometimes not so much. The fire dragon says, get ready for the next level of understanding about yourself, who you are as a woman, and who you are as a spiritual being having a human experience in this world. You've graduated. Welcome to the next level of the mystery school. There you go. All right. And please do remind me, if you want a card, just type it in there, because I get, well, rattling on, don't I? Because I love it. I love Tuesday mornings. Hey, Chue, hihane washte. Hihane washte. All right, Rochelle. All right. Rochelle, this one is for you. It's the teaching of the air dragon. Air dragon. The air dragon says, what are you creating with your mind? What are you creating with your mind, Rochelle? Be mindful, be consciously aware of your thoughts, of your words to yourself, about yourself. About yourself. I have a friend, Jim Campbell. If you ask Jim, how are you? He says, getting better and better. I'm better and better. So how do we describe ourselves to other people? How do we describe ourselves to ourselves? Right? Who are you? Being mindful of your words. Jane Joubert. This one is for you. Shuffle, shuffle. Love it. Okay. Jane Joubert's IML, the angel of change. The angel of change says there's no need to fear change. Changes are afoot. And I feel like, for you anyway, Jane, that the changes are internal. Internal, interior castle, as Teresa of Avila said. Interior castle. Changes are afoot. And remember, Jane, take the leap of faith. Take the leap of faith. The net of love will appear. It will appear. I embrace change knowing that my life is divinely guided. Take the leap, honey. All right. Hey, Nancy Hertel. It's good to see you in the house as well. Susan. Susan, this one is for you. It's the Archangel Chamuel. Chamuel is the angel of light. Specifically, the Archangel Chamuel is the angel of the Christed light. The Christed light, the light of love, the light of self-love. And I would ask you to invite Chamuel to be with you each and every day at this time, and perhaps for the rest of your life. I am a living expression of the eternal light of love. I welcome love into my life. Sometimes we need a little assistance from the angelic realms, from the realms of the divine. The angels are very real beings, messengers of light, the holy presence. And Chamuel is here with you today. It's all about love when we talk about Chamuel. And so, Susan, please do take time, perhaps today, 5 minutes even, to just sit with the energy of Chamuel. What does that mean? Chamuel, thank you for being here with me today. Thank you for guiding me to love. Thank you for guiding love into my life. Good and healthy, abundant love. Some people are willing to take any kind of old love. If it comes wrapped in anything that looks like love, people say, here it is. Here it is. Sometimes we can forget to add healthy love. I want some healthy love. I'm done with that abusive love. Chamuel, help me get some good love, some healthy love. I hope that makes sense to you. And sometimes we are conditioned to accept love in any form that it comes to us. I say, stop that trend and ask Chamuel to help bring you healthy love. Mary Ellen Hagen, this one is for you. It is the teaching of the donkey. I love donkeys. Well, I love animals, period. You all know that. Love donkey. Here's the great teaching that the donkey tells us. I selflessly serve, and yet I know when to say no. And it is okay to say no. Oh, good for you, Jane. That's wonderful. It is okay to say no. You're right about that, Pamela. Healthy love is. That's right, Susan. No more settling. No more settling. You don't need to settle. Healthy love for yourself. That's where it begins. We have to have healthy love for ourselves. If we don't have healthy love for ourselves, forget about it. And part of that is what I'm saying right now with Mary Ellen. Sometimes we have to say no. We need to say no. It is necessary to say no. It's good to say no. We can be selfless servers, but that doesn't mean we have to kill ourselves in the process. Del Marie and I talk about that quite a bit. And I'm kind of a recovering, right, selfless server, right. You all know. There you go. Okay, Patty. This one is for you, Patty. It's the teaching of the water dragon. What does that mean, Patty? What that means is that right now, your sixth sense, your intuition is heightened. Pay attention to it. Pay attention to your sixth sense. The waters of your psyche, the waters of your soul are very elevated, very receptive. The water dragon says, pay attention. Pay attention. Okay, Bobcat, down there in the great state of Alabama. I love that he and I can tease each other about the Crimson Tide and the Bulldogs. Right? I've known Bobcat for a very long time, back to Soul's Journey Radio, where I began all of this. Thank you, Savannah, for that wonderful opportunity. That's how far back we go. But this is the Archangel Metatron. Oh, you're welcome, Patty. Good. Metatron. Metatron says this: like a butterfly being called from its shimmering cocoon, Bobcat, your higher presence is calling you to the next phase of learning along your soul's journey. Pay attention to the teachers, the teachings that will begin and probably already have begun to present themselves to you. Pay attention. This is a time of beautiful transformation for you, Bobcat. Have your eye wide open, third eye wide open, heart open, because the higher wisdom teachings are coming to you. Whenever we receive higher wisdom teachings, it's also very transformational within. Julie Hedges. This one is for you. It is the Hippogriff. The Hippogriff says this: do not allow your dreams to die. Don't do it. Breathe life into your dreams. Keep them going. Visualize them. Move toward them. Do not allow your dreams to die. Keep on keeping on, bringing your dreams to life. The universe, your angels, your guides, your higher self, creator of all things, supports and welcomes the expression of you on this earth plane. That is why you are here. Katie did. My niece, Catherine Ann. This one is for you, my love. Oh, I like this one for you, Katie. It's the angel Ambriel. Those of you born under the sign of Gemini, Ambriel is part of your posse of angels. I like that. I'm going to read this to you, Katie. Katie is becoming a registered nurse, and she's getting her bachelor's, her BSN in nursing. There's a theme of nursing with the Iwana women, right? She and Elise are both becoming registered nurses. Katie. When we can gaze into the mirror of another's eyes and see the face of God staring back at us, we understand the great mirror. When we can look upon the face of all creation and see the love of our Maker dwelling there, we have become one with the mirror. The Archangel Ambriel has come to acknowledge your ability, Katie, to see the oneness in all things, to see God in all things. With this great gift that you possess, you have come to earth to help heal the world. Here is your mantra, Katie, forever, as your auntie. When I look in the mirror, I see the reflection of the Creator gazing back at me. When I look in the mirror, I see the face of the Creator gazing back at me. The ability to see or to live the teaching of Mitakoye Oyasi, Mitakuyasin, is a gift. To be able to look at every living thing and see Creator within every living thing, and to see every living thing as our relative, is a great gift. Most people don't think of that as a gift. I will tell you that not everyone thinks that the trees are our relatives, that animals are our relatives. Not everybody believes that. Not everybody believes, as Mother Teresa did, that even looking into the eyes of the lepers, she felt that she was looking into the eyes of God. It's a great gift. Hey, Kelly Spencer. Good to see you in the house. Chue Dell. Julie Holt Forsland. The Holt ladies are in the house. Chue, this one is for you. What does Chue mean? Chue is the word for sister. And in this case, Del Marie is my elder sister. So she is my Chue. And I love her. She's the newest member of the Gathering Thunder Foundation Board of Directors as our elder, and also as a tribal and community outreach director. So we're so happy to have Chue Dell. It's the Earth Dragon, Chue. Let go of whatever is weighing you down. So I'm going to read this to you, Chue. During the course of our human experiences, we can become weighed down by past traumas, regrets, material possessions, and burdens of relationship. It is our choice, however, as to whether or not we remain imprisoned by those burdens or are liberated from them with love. This is a card that says, let go of whatever is no longer serving your path, Chue. Let it go. Let it go. Honor your path. My heart is nourished with love is the mantra. Anything unloving, let it go. Thoughts, ideas, let them go. If it is not loving. There you go. My Chue Del helped me to get ready for my Hamblecha. She and my sister Della, Bad Wound, assisted me. You know, as my elder sisters, they teach me, but they also prepare me for ceremonies that I go through. So in this case, when I saw Del earlier you're welcome, Bobcat. When I was on the reservation earlier this year in the spring, Del brought for me wooden bowls that I needed for my wasna, for water, for tobacco that would be in the hamblecha with me. So my sisters always help to make sure that I have what I need going into ceremony, that I have the right medicine person helping me, right? It's an effort that sisters do for one another. And I am very blessed with Chue. Oh, thanks, Katie. It says bear and horse, Mato and Shonke. Bear and horse medicine I'm wearing today. This was a gift from Lily. Yeah, thank you for that. Yep, our totem animals are very potent, and we must be mindful even of what we wear on our body. Okay, Kelly Holt. This one is for you, Kels. It's the Phoenix. Oh, I like that. Oh, goodness. I am born anew. Here it is. Here's what the Phoenix says. Rise up. You have walked through some fires, my friend. And yet you remain. And yet you grow. And yet you flourish and you continue to nourish. Hey, you know what? I need to get out my harmonica and set that little ditty to a tune, don't I? I have a new song for my harmonica with that one. Phoenix. Again, I rise. A little bit of Maya Angelou. Rise up. Honor what has been, the knowledge you have gained, and the wisdom, Kelly, that is now yours. Kelly was also with me during Hamblecha, supporting me, along with Lily and Del Marie and Della and Barbara, Sandy Herrick. Slept in their cars. Those 4 ladies slept in their cars while I was in Vision Quest. Nice. Yeah. My aunt, Ponice, is watching with me. Oh, hello, Auntie. Thank you for joining us from Alabama. Absolutely. All right, Julie Forsland. This one is for you. Love this teaching of the rattlesnake. Rattlesnake says this, Julie. Come out from behind the rock. Come out of the shadow. Get out there and shine. Let people know who you are. Let people see your light. Let people know about your gifts and your talents. Come out from under the rock and shine. That's what the rattlesnake says. We all came here to shine our gifts and our talents. And sometimes, I don't know, life happens and we forget, or we don't feel confident in shining who we are, right? Rattlesnake says, get out there and rattle that rattle. Get out there and shake that thing. Get out there and shine your light, Julie. No more hiding. Under a bushel basket, under a rock, in the shadow, shine. And shine it like you mean it. Not just, a little bit. No, get out there and shine it like you mean it. Okay, Aunt Ponice, this one is for you. Let's go. Well, right on this theme, Aunt Ponice, it is the Sun-Faced Kachina. Oh, I really do like this one. Right on the heels of what we're talking about with Julie. Aunt Ponies, the teaching of the sun-faced Kachina says this: stand in the light. Stand in your light. Shine your light. Shine your brilliant light. You know, people come to you for comfort. People come to you for guidance. People come to you when they need a shoulder to lean on, an ear to listen to them, or somebody to hug. Right? That's a beautiful light. Your light is needed. Your light is needed in this world. It is celebrated in this world. Continue to stand in your light. Not everybody understands our light, and that's okay. You hear this, Julie? For you and Aunt Ponies? Not everybody understands our light. Not everybody understands our gifts and talents, but that's okay. Those that know us, those that love us, and those that are in need of our gifts and our talents and our light are naturally drawn to us. And sometimes people that may seem a little bit hesitant or reticent, oftentimes need our light because it sparks something within them, seeds of growth. Right? So get out there and shine. You and Aunt Ponies, right? You in Minnesota and her in Alabama, get out there and shine. Jeanette, this one is for you, Jeanette. Oh, it's the angel Yehudia. Love this. I'm just going to read this to you, Jeanette. The angel Yehudia is here to help you celebrate your life. This splendid angel of light wishes you to know how very much your life positively impacts others. Your service to the light is recognized and honored by your angelic guides and by the one who loves you most of all. You make a glorious and joyful difference in this world, Jeanette, and you are loved. And here's your daily mantra, Jeanette. On this day, I honor my birth and my purpose for being, which is love. We're honoring you. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. All right. Who have I missed? Please do let me know if I have. That's right. And Patty is down there in Destin, Florida. Aw. Thank you for that, Aunt Ponies. I appreciate that. Get out there and shine. People come to you for some sunshine, right? A lot of people don't even recognize. People will say, you know, Dana, people tell me everything and anything. People meet me and they want to hug me. Well, that's right. Because people want to hug you. They want to be around you because why? You shine a light. You all do. You shine this light that says, this little light of mine, right? I did a card for Julie Hedges, Rob. I did indeed. Yep. For Julie, it was about not letting her dreams die. Nancy Hertel. This one is for you, Nancy. All right. It's nice to be back here this Tuesday morning. Thank you all for liking and sharing my show. I do appreciate that. I appreciate you. Okay. The Archangel Muriel is here for you, Nancy. Muriel is the angel of those born under the sign of Cancer. Cancer is a water sign. It is a very sensitive sign. Doesn't mean wimpy sign. Sensitive sign. What this is saying for you, Nancy, is honor your sensitivities. Honor the fact that you are a sensitive woman. I am in balance with life. I am strong, sensitive, and wise. A lot of people, like Aunt Ponies, come to you. You're a strong woman. People will say, well, Nancy's strong. She can deal with it, right? Give it to Nancy. She'll help get us through. Sometimes those of us that are the strongest are also the most sensitive, and people can forget that. Or people can negate it or make it seem as though it's less than. Being sensitive, being wise, being a seer gives us a strength but it also means that we're highly sensitive. This is about honoring it, honoring your gifts of the spirit, your intuition, your feelings, your guts, gut intuitions. Yeah, honor that. Oh yeah, card for John. Here we go. Kelly's little brother. I kind of like that one for you, Nancy, really. Honor that. Honor who you are as a seer, as a sensitive. All right, little brother, it's the unicorn. Teaching of the unicorn comes to us from Greece and Rome. Well, I really like this teaching. I really like this teaching. Janetta is saying, that's really true. I am a Cancer. So she knows. She knows. I'm going to read this. Today is voting day here in Michigan. So as soon as I'm done, I'm going out to the stables to see Lectus because she is still having chemotherapy right now. So thank you all for all of your prayers for my eldest horse baby, Lectus. We call her Tussie. She's having her third round of chemotherapy as this show is going on. So as soon as I wrap up, I'm headed out to the stables, and then I am headed out to vote. It's voting day here in Michigan. And here, I'm just going to read this for John. It's the unicorn. Darkness prevails where the light is not fully present. This is why we have to shine our light, everybody, because the darkness will prevail where the light is not fully present. The light of your soul is a tremendous force of goodness and love on earth. While the darkness may test you, it will most certainly never prevail. More than ever, John, it is essential for you to shine your divine light. As a magnificent being of light, we all are. We're all sons and daughters of the creative force. It is through your words, actions, meditations, thoughts, and prayers that you bring great courage, hope, and strength to those who are currently lost in dark's illusion. This saying reminds me of St. John of the Cross, who wrote The Dark Night of the Soul. The purity of my soul lights up the darkness and shines brightly for others to see. Oh, thank you, Jeanette. I sure will, Lady Hawk, my baby. So we're going to wrap up here with my little brother, Kevin Spencer. Kevin was my fire keeper during my vision quest, along with my nephews, George and Daniel. But overnight, Kevin kept the fire going. And Kevin and I were linked by that ceremonial fire, which means that Kevin was also deep in ceremony with me for 4 days until the prayer ties were taken care of in the end. Right? All ceremony has a beginning, a midway, all the way through, and an end. And overnight, I could hear him. I could hear him keeping my sacred fire. Okay, Kevin. The teaching of the Wambli Oyate of the Eagle Nation. Eagle Nation. Wambli Oyate, the Eagle Nation, teaches us to rise above, to soar above, to look at things from a broader perspective. Whenever the eagle appears, usually we don't see flocks of eagles. We'll see a single eagle, maybe 2, maybe 3, but typically not flocks flying in the sky. The eagle has a greater understanding of the mysteries, they say, the elders say, because the eagle flies the closest to Wakantanka, the great mystery, the great spirit. And not everybody understands what it is that the eagle brings back from Tankashilas, from Wakantanka, back to the world. There are a lot of ignorant people walking this earth. I call them the sleeping dead or the walking dead here on this earth. And yet every time we go into the silence of prayer, meditation, ceremony, and we rise above and get really close to the Creator whispers to us, tells us things, and we are perfumed by that. Not everybody understands. And that's okay. Not everybody understands. And yet we're called to our journey, to our path, even though it may not be understood. And I'm going to leave that with you, little brother, at this time. With that, everybody, thank you for walking your path, walking it in a good way, being a source of inspiration, uplifting others, shining your light. With that, everyone, mitakoye oyasi, we are all related. Mitakuyasin, blessings be everybody.